and you click on the thumbs up, and then you type a message so that I can give you a shout out. Okay. Um, Let me know if the sound is okay. I've been up way too early, but welcome, guys. When you join in, just click on the thumbs up button. Let me know that you're here. Leave a message so that I also know you're here. Okay. I've been up for a while, so I'm trying to get something to drink. It's just warm water, and then this thing here, apple cider vinegar. So like I mix just a little bit with water. Um, Hi, John. Thanks for joining in, guys. When you come in, just hi, Lion King GH. Thanks for joining in. When you join in, please click the thumbs up, the like button at the top, and then type a message so that I know you're here. Hi, Yasir. It's warm water and then apple cider vinegar. Like, you guys see that I was getting too big for a little bit. So this is my recipe. Like, I take it in the morning. They say apple cider vinegar. They said it's good for you. I'm not a doctor though. Hello, Awa. Is that how to say your name? If I didn't say it well, sorry. Kofi Kruger. Hi. Thanks for joining in. Please, when you join in, just click on the thumbs up button. Hi, Maxwell. You will. Yeah, you guys. I'm happy that you're able to join me this morning. It's what is the time? It's 7:14 a.m. here in Texas. The time is different in New York. Um, Hi, Joseph. Hi, Joseph. Let me tell you a little bit about Joseph. Since he's here, I hope Joseph you don't mind. So when I came to Ghana, Joseph wanted to meet me, and so one day I was tired. Like I have so many things to do. Hi, June, and Joseph came to meet me at my uncle's house. It was late at night. I thought he was not coming, but he came. Also, so I really appreciate that you took your time to come and visit me, even though it was inconvenient, but I really appreciate it. Maxwell too was so helpful. He was helping me find a place to stay. So Maxwell, I really appreciate you. He came to see me off. So I really appreciate you for all that you did for me. My was a little bit, it has a lot of mishaps, but I'm so glad that there were some of you guys who were there to help me. There are other people that may not be live now, but they helped me so in so many ways. So guys, I appreciate for your kindness, your love, your support. But when you come in, just leave a message so that I know that you are here, so that I can mention your name. But thank you for joining in. I was away for a little bit, but I'm back. And I'm gonna be back for a while. But guys, I really appreciate you. Yes, Joseph, I know, it wasn't easy. That road is not. It's not for the faint, faint heart. Okay, so I really appreciate you coming in. You coming to visit me. Lion King, you want to know why I went to Ghana? I haven't been on a vacation since the COVID. So I was like, I want to go visit. And I was like, why not go to Ghana? I haven't been back in Ghana since 2017. So I was like, yeah, let me go to Ghana. And I wanted to take care of some stuff too. So that's why I was in Ghana. All right. So, hi, Ben Grant. Thanks for joining in. But yeah, Ghana was good. I'm glad that I went. Okay. But guys, thanks for joining in. If you have any questions, please ask me. Because this was just a hangout session for you to ask questions, the ones that I can answer, all right? Because I don't have the answers to every single question. but the ones that I have answers to, whether it's just about my trip or it's about just anything in general, anything you want to ask, if I can answer you, if I know the answer, if it's something that I can share, I definitely will answer that question. But guys, I miss y'all. I miss y'all. Coming back, it's like Ghana was amazing. Okay, no doubt, Ghana was amazing. But then it makes me really appreciate you guys who are outside of the United States because data was so expensive. Oh my goodness. I buy data like 30 cities and then like within like less than 8 hours it's all gone. So I really appreciate you guys like taking the time to watch my videos because I know data is very expensive. Like people used to say, I was like, okay, it couldn't be that bad. Yeah, it is. It is. Data is so expensive. Josephine is like, how long is that affidavit of support valid for? The affidavit of support is there's no validation date on it. Just make sure the form that you are using, the form itself is valid because sometimes they have an updated version. So they always write the version number up at the top of the form or at the bottom. So make sure it's valid. And also they ask for your the person's last 3 years of tax return. So if they're going to ask for the last 3 years of tax return, then make sure that the form, the affidavit of support form, corresponds with the tax information that you're providing. So I would say that it shouldn't go beyond 3 years. Okay. Somebody mentioned something about please the 330. Are you paying in Ghana cities? Or when you are at the embassy or that. Oh, NY, you are allowed to pay it in cities equivalent. Somebody went for interview today and the person said he paid 2020 cities. So you either pay in dollars or you pay in cities equivalent. So whatever your currency is, you either pay that or in dollar equivalent. They will tell you that, hey, this is how much that $330 is in your currency. So you pay that or you pay it in dollar bills. All right. Please, after winning, okay, how long is it going to take to be in America and apply? I'm waiting for. The process itself. So after you are selected, so if you apply for this year's DV 2023, then it is from the time that they announce. So from May next year, they're going to announce for the DV 2023 people. All right. So from that point to the September 30th, 2023, you need to be in America. If you're not, then that will be the end of the journey, unless there's a lawsuit. Just know that DV 2023 and 2020, DV 2021 and 2020, it was a unique year. But typically, they don't go past September 30th of the cycle. So, yeah. But yeah, just somebody for DV 2022, the person had their interview today and has been approved their visa, so they don't have to wait to 2022 to leave. They can leave this year. They can even leave the moment they get their passport in their hands. They are free to leave, but make sure that you get your COVID test. All right. And talking about COVID test, if you are in Ghana and you have your visa coming to the United States, there are places that you can do your COVID test. But please, if you don't do your COVID test, you are not getting on any plane to come to America. So make sure you do that. It's your responsibility. So let's say you are able to, find your way. You my people, you understand when I say find your way. Like meaning when you go to the airport, you're able to convince somebody to let you get on the plane. You will not enter America. You need to make sure that you have your COVID test done. So depending on your flight, all right, make sure it's not over 1 day. So depending on your flight, like when I was coming, my flight was going to be like 10 p.m. So early in the morning, around 8 to 9, I went to do my COVID test in somewhere in, I think, Legon. No, or yeah, East Legon, and got that done. So before my flight time, it was ready for me. Okay. So those of you who have been approved your visa, save money for COVID. And I think it was 250 cities in Ghana. All right. So depending on where you come from, you will have to do COVID tests Like outside your vaccination, this doesn't matter because me, I'm fully vaccinated, but I still have to do a negative COVID test because somebody who is fully vaccinated can still carry the virus. So you need to get vaccinated, or you need to get vaccinated. But if you don't want to get vaccinated, you still need to do COVID test. As for that, it's a must, regardless of your vaccination status. Okay. Any questions? If you have questions, let me know, and I will answer that to the best of my ability. So guys, like, I really, really appreciate. There are 14 of you here. Guys, when you come, just click on the thumbs up so that I know you are here, okay? Don't hide your face. But I really, really appreciate you guys for the support that you have given me on this channel. This year, so I was looking on my the status, because YouTube will occasionally send you status on, like how you're doing, how your channel is doing. And guys, October 2020, we are in 2021. October 2020, I've forgotten the actual date. I had 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers, and now we have 4,000. So guys, it's all because of you. It's all because of you. If you didn't subscribe, if you and your friends didn't subscribe, we would still be, around 100. All right. So I really thank you guys. I really appreciate you for the support. I really appreciate you for believing in me, okay? Guys, and it's so amazing. I met a few people. I've spoken with several of you guys. I don't get the chance to talk to everybody, but I hope that someday I'll have the opportunity to talk to as many of you as I can. I try to make myself as available as I can. But guys, when I talk to some of you guys, like, I get that it's like you guys make me feel like I'm doing so much. Like some people tell me like, "Oh, you have helped me so much," and I'm like, "Really? I didn't know that." But I'm so glad, and it really warms my heart when I get the feedback that I'm actually helping you. Okay. So guys, know that I really, really appreciate the fact that you spend your time, you spend your data to come and watch me, to come and listen to me. But guys, I truly, truly, from the bottom of my heart, want to see you do well. Want to see you come to America. Okay, when you come to America, you are not as in Ghana, we will say that it's not like you when you come to America, America pays me for you coming here. No, 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 no. I just want you to do well. I want you to come here. I'm not being selfish at all. There's no ulterior motive. I just want you to be able to come to America, succeed. Because if you come to America and you succeed, at least my children will grow up and see that there are many Africans who are doing it and making it in America. See, that is my whole point. Like sometimes I'm able to motivate myself just by looking at other Africans who are here in America, who are doing it well, who are doing it big. And so that is the same thing that I want for you guys. I want you to be able to come here and make life. All right. Please let me know your questions. And yeah, I thank you, Maxwell. You have been such a huge supporter, and I really appreciate you. After paying the, can they still deny you? And why? Yes, after paying the visa fee, they can still deny you. That's why they want you. You know, when you go for the interview, they let you swear that you will tell nothing but the truth. When you're filling your application, there is a statement at the bottom saying that you agree that everything that you have put on there is true. And by that, it means that you know that you qualify for the lotto before you apply. You know that you have read the rules and understood that you are eligible to apply, and you did. So if you meet all of these things, there shouldn't be, it shouldn't be difficult for you to get a visa. Trust me, DV Lotto is the easiest visa. If and this is from somebody who has applied for fiancé visa, marriage visa, somebody who has come here. I came here through like a family visa, and I have interacted with so many people who are going to, who are trying to bring their brothers, trying to bring their sisters, their mothers. Guys, Diviloto is the easiest one because this one is solely based on your merit. Okay, it's based on merit, like the fact that you have high school certificate, you completed and passed well. Okay, at least have a pass, or you have the qualified work experience. That is the easiest visa. Like guys, that is. Ben, Mexico border. There are people who went through there and they're in detention right now. Okay, I know. I've heard of someone who is in detention right now and trying to get a lawyer. Okay, so I wouldn't even ever recommend that to anybody. But yeah, you can still get denied because some people don't follow the rules and they think that they can go there and see, or God will do the miracle. Right? June is like, can the CEO go back to your previous visa appointment history during your DV interview? Yes, 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 yes. That's why on your DS260 application, they ask you, have you ever been refused visa? Have you been given any visa before? You are supposed to be truthful and honest on that application. If you're not, they are going to use that to deny you. That's why I said DV Lotto is the easiest way to come to America. Okay, people come here for school, for summer work exchange. Please, those ones are easy, but it's easy for you to come here, but you cannot live here permanently. You cannot become a citizen. You will not get a green card. You will have to go. But DV Lotto is the easiest because it is based on like accomplishment. It's based on like, do you have this? Do you meet this requirement? All right, because for most of the US visa process, like for you to get green card, you have to have a family member here, or you have to have somebody who is married to you and the person is already in America, who is qualified, not even just married to you. So if somebody is here, the person is a permanent resident or has a green card or a US citizen. So those qualifications, you cannot force and have a family member here. Sometimes your family member may be your aunt. Your aunt cannot bring you. So the DV Lotto is the easiest way. All you have to do is make sure you meet the requirement and you do things right, all right? But they will look at your appointment history. Just make sure that you are being truthful. The reason why, one of the biggest reason why the US really rely heavily on interview is that honesty. Honesty is the goal. They want to talk to the person because they know that, when you bring your certificate that I did this, I did that, I made all straight A's and all that, it still doesn't let them see the person. Okay, they want to put a face on that person because your name is on the document. It's just a name. They want to meet the person, talk to the person, and see that is this person fit for us to allow to enter our country. Okay, because when you're going to Canada, when you're going to UK, there are several embassies that they mostly focus on your documents and not much of the interview. There's not much of an interview. Canada, I don't remember. My family tried to come to Canada and I don't remember. They just took documents and then they will tell you whether you get the visa or not. There's no interview for you to go and explain things. But for America, they give you the opportunity to explain things. So even if there's something that is not right, at least you get to explain yourself, okay? But make sure that you are not hiding. You don't have too many demons, so, okay? Like, put yourself in their shoes. Imagine that you are a landlady. Somebody wants to come and rent a house from you. And you want to make sure that this person, can they pay their rent? You want to make sure that, is this person the good person? Because you don't want to, would you rent your house to a criminal knowing whether they're going to live in the same compound with you? You wouldn't. So put yourself in their shoes. America wants to make sure that they align the right people to enter their country so that you don't become a problem for them in the future, okay? So guys, just be honest, okay? Be honest, but there's a huge but. I would say, there are some people who have been able to lie and get here, okay? Some of you, you are in a very complicated situation that now all you have to do is keep lying, okay? But what I'm going to say is that be consistent. Be consistent, okay? Let me give you an example. There are some lies that are like white lies, okay? Hi, sweet Lynn. Thanks for joining in. There are some lies that are some white lies. Is it compulsory to be interviewed in your own country? No, Maxwell, it's not compulsory. You can interview wherever, like whichever embassy says yes, you can come and interview here. The embassy has to give you permission to come there, though. If the embassy says, oh yeah, we will interview you, then you can go there. If the embassy says no, then you are stuck with your own country, okay? Your country, your home country becomes the default where you are resident at. That is your default embassy. But if you want to interview somewhere, then you need to ask for permission from the other embassy, for the embassy to say, yes, you can come here, then you can go there. All right, let me see the next one. After watching some videos, some people said your results from high school said it doesn't really matter. Is that true? It depends on where Enwa or Awa. Is that how you say your name? I'm sorry if I say Enwa. Awa. If it depends on the embassy. Some embassies don't care about your grades, but not in Ghana. If you are from Ghana and somebody is telling you that it doesn't matter your grades, they are lying to you. Okay? If you are from Ghana and they're saying that your grades do not matter, whoever tells you that, the person is lying to you. If you're going for interview in Accra, Ghana, please, they will look at your grades. The most important ones for them will be your core subjects, English and core math. Okay? Core math and English. Make sure that you have C6 or better. Okay? C6 or better. Because guys, if you have worse than C6, you cannot even get university admission. That is the main focus. The focus is that your grades are good enough to at least get you a university admission when you come, if you decide to do that when you come to the US, okay? That is the main point of that. But some embassies are focusing on that, while some embassies don't focus on that. And I know some people, you'll be like, why is that in some countries they don't even care, but some embassies care about them? But you are not complaining when Kenya is asking for affidavit of support, all right? When you're going to Ghana, the embassy doesn't ask you for affidavit of support. But Ghanaians are not complaining that U.S. Embassy in Accra, please, we have affidavit of support. Please ask for it too. Ghanaians are not complaining, but then now Ghana is also asking for your grades. Then you see, so that's how they do it. The embassy, they have like a book, like a handbook of what the embassies can do and what they cannot do, right? So some of the embassies will focus on certain things and some of the embassies will not focus on other things. But they are allowed to do, it's almost like you live in a compound and they tell you that, hey, you can take your shower here, you can do this, you can do that. And somebody will choose to go and shower here and somebody will choose to go and shower in the other place. So that is what the embassy is doing. Being a farm equipment and working with that, is it enough? Upon TV, you have to check 1tonline.org. I cannot tell you from the top of my head. You have to check there and see if your occupation qualifies. I've made a video and done a tutorial on showing you how to look that up, okay? So you can do that. Lordina, she said, please, can you change your mailing address on the DS260 application? Yes, you can. When you go for the interview, you can tell them that I want to update my green card. Sometimes they even ask you, do you need to make any changes on your, like where your green card will go? Is this address still current? Many times they ask people, is this address for your green card, is it current? Queeness, he said, what if your grades ain't that good, but you were still able to get a degree with your... Yes, they don't use your university degree as the basis. They use your secondary school education. So just make sure that you have C6 if you're going to the U.S. Embassy in Accra, Ghana, okay? And that means that if you're Togolese and you decide to interview in Ghana, the same thing will apply to you there. if you're going to interview there, the rules at that interview will apply to you. So if you are a Ghanaian and you interview in Kenya, get your affidavit of support because Kenya will ask for it. That's how they do it. Okay? So make sure it's C6 or better. If it's not good, do the NOVDEC. Write the NOVDEC and better your English and core math. If you have D7 in your electives, don't worry. Here we don't care about your your D7 or D whatever in elective maths or science, chemistry, like biology. No, we don't care. The focus is on core subjects, all right? And it's maths and English, core maths, yeah. I'm a criminal and have been in prison many times. I'm skilled in pickpocketing and all that. Can I apply for the Captain Bamboo? If you came to troll me, not today, okay? If you came to troll me, not today. I'm not going to dignify that with an answer, okay? But guys, I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for that. Is it a problem to do your NOVDEC in another country if you previously sat? No, it's no problem. See, the main focus is that you're trying to show them that, hey, I've done better. You know, like it wasn't good, but I decided to better my grades. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? So guys, make sure that you are listening to other people, okay, guys? Listen to as many information as you can, okay? But when you hear them, let me use the word, hear them and then decide what is good for you, okay? Don't when somebody will tell you, oh, my interview was easy, 4 minutes I was out, and you prepare for 4 minutes and you go and it's 10 minutes, you will see how bad it's going to be for you. Has the U.S. Yes, sick lion. U.S. Embassy in Accra, Ghana has been, they never stop working. Somebody had their interview today and was approved visa today. DV Lotto, DV 2022. Somebody was approved today, had his interview today in Accra, Ghana. All right, they are working. Sometimes when we feel that our own cases, you know, there's not much of movement, we think that the embassy is not working. No, the embassy is working, right? Yeah, somebody has been approved today and they have their visa, all right? Guys, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm really glad to be back here talking to you guys. Like I said, I really appreciate your support. If you're here and you haven't subscribed, please. What now? What do you want me to do? Please subscribe, okay? They don't charge you any money, okay? If you're a Ghanaian and you haven't subscribed, please, this is not traffic, so that you try to avoid. Ghanaians like to avoid traffic. There's no traffic. Please, just make sure. So what about science? Because that's where my problem is, but the math and English is good. They don't care about your, you said science. Are you talking about the core subjects that they focus on? Like I said, I've told you it's English and core math. That is it. Anything else, don't worry about it. I did general science and I haven't, your Audrey, your case number is 11,000 range. What country are you going for the interview at? What country? Because that is what determines whether you're going to get, how quick you're getting your interview, okay? So they will disregard my university degree for SHS. Yes, they will. But you know, in every situation, there's always an exception, okay? Audrey, I haven't heard of anything for Liberia. Audrey, are you in my WhatsApp group? Because there's also one Liberian who was also asking a question about, because there's the thing, all right? At the moment, the State Department website where we could track and see who is getting interviewed and stuff, that website has not been updated yet, okay? So now we are relying on people telling us that, oh, I have an interview. Oh, I'm going for interview this day. That is all we are doing at the moment. All the YouTubers, all the experts, nobody has inside information because the State Department website hasn't updated information about who is getting interviewed. So guys, oh yeah, see, June, you've met your brethren, okay? So Audrey, you can send me an email, wafoitv at gmail wafoitv@gmail.com, and show me proof that you have been selected, and I can add you to my WhatsApp group so that as more librarians join, you will hear about, because maybe you haven't heard of any librarian going for an interview. Maybe somebody is, but except that the person may not be in any group. Okay, so that's why, guys, you should join groups. Okay, what you're saying confusing. If someone is qualified banker with a degree in accounting, are you saying that their priority will be the? Yes, it's not. So let me say this: the most important thing is your high school certificate. Okay, it doesn't mean that when you go for the interview, you don't bring your university degree. You have to bring your diplomas or your diploma. Okay, so when we say diploma in America, we are talking about the certificate that you get from university, where high school, those certificates, we call them diploma in America. Okay, so when you go for your interview, you bring all of them, your high school, you bring your university, all the diplomas. But thanks, amazing short televideos. Thanks for watching. So when you go for the interview, the main focus, like I said, they are focusing on the criteria that they are using to select. Okay, it's not your highest level of education. They are using the minimum that they set for the program. Okay, the minimum is your high school education. But let's say your high school, your core maths, you didn't do well, or the English, you didn't do well. Okay, now you've graduated from university, you have a good job. Okay, your job is a job that is qualified. If your job is qualified, then now don't worry about your high school grades. Now they will focus more on your job. Okay, remember, they are using two things to qualify you. They use whichever one is better. Okay, so let's say that you are a registered nurse in your country right now, but you didn't do well in your core math, or you didn't do well in English, but you are a registered nurse now. Now they will be using your nursing job to qualify you. Okay, they'll be using your nursing job to qualify you, so long as you've done 2 years of the nursing. Okay, you've done 2 years of the nursing job in the last 5 years. So make sure that some of you, if you're considering quitting your job to do other things, if your job is qualified, then please keep that job. Okay, but that is what I'm saying. They are not going to, your university degree does not supersede your SHS for the DV Lotto. Okay, if they were to do that, then it will put the people who have secondary school certificate at a disadvantage. They are not going to give preference. It's when you're going to Canada. Canada is where they give points for your academic achievements. So if the person who has a master's degree will get more points. That is how Canada does their things for people to go there, not US, not for DV Lotto. Okay, so if you have a university degree and you have an occupation that is qualified, make sure the occupation is qualified. So let's say your grades are not the best, and this is for Ghanaians. Okay, this is for Ghanaians. If you're going to Kenya, don't worry about this grades thing. If you're going to Togo, don't worry about this grades thing. It's Ghana. That is what I know. Only Ghanaians. Okay. So if you're going to Ghana, your grades are going to be very important. And I think the U.S. Embassy in Sudan or Somalia also posted something on their Facebook page talking about something about grades too. So just make sure you have pass those. But in Ghana now the standard is C6. C6 is pass. Anything lower than C6 is not. It's not good. Credit is not good. Just make you have pass. Pass is C6 or better. Okay, and that is for the English. The main focus is on English and core math. Okay, So guys, make sure you have that. If you don't have that, you have a university degree, then look at your occupation. Your occupation. So if your grades are no good, we are going to use your occupation. So you focus on that part, all right? Hi, Charlotte. Thanks for joining in, Nyantechi. Thanks for joining in, Charlotte. Do you have to prove your work experience if you're doing the interview? If you are, so this is the thing. When you go for the interview, it is the opportunity. It is an opportunity for you to show who you are as a person, and it's an opportunity for the CEO to know who you are as a person. So when you go and you're using your occupation as the main qualification, then you need to do more. All right. If you're using your occupation as the main qualification, then you need to bring your job, the employment, they say appointment letter. You need to bring stuff. If you are self-employed, then you need to bring your portfolio. Okay. Imagine like you're about to have a wedding, and you hire somebody who's a dressmaker to make your wedding gown, and the person comes there and with no album, no pictures to show you. How do you believe that they can make clothes? So if you're self-employed and you're going to the interview, make sure you're bringing your portfolio for them to see that, this is you. You make these things. But if you're not using your job as the basis to prove that, you're qualified and you're using education, when you go, they will ask you about your job. What do? You should be able to communicate that to somebody. Okay. Like I said, it's an opportunity for them to get to know you as a person. At the end of the day, they want to make sure they are letting the right people to come to America. So you don't want to hide any information that might be of help to you. Kweku said, if I only have but no working experience, can I be given green card? But I'm working with someone in a small shop to pay for my university. Yes, Kweku. The minimum requirement is high school certificate. So they didn't say, they say either you use your certificate, high school certificate, or you use your job. All right? And they don't say you must use it too, just one. So yes, so for work experience, your boss must give you, or the HR, you have to talk to your HR for them to give you your appointment letter, like a copy of it, so that you can take with that. You can even, if you cannot get that information, let's say that at your job, these people are jealous people, they don't want to give you that information. Is it possible for you to get your SNIT contribution statement? Because there it will show your employer. You can have your bank statement showing that every month you get this pay, you get this, that. If you can't get the other information, let's say for some reason you are not able to get the appointment letter because somebody at your job doesn't like you, they don't want to give that information to you, and you have your SNIT contribution statement, it will show that this is the company who is contributing for you. You have your bank statement showing that every month these people put money in my account. So that is proof that I have a job. I'm working for these people, right? I'm married. Customer, will it be an issue if I don't have marriage certificate? Yes, it will be an issue if you don't have a marriage certificate, because without marriage certificate, how do you prove that you are married? Charlotte said, sister, will you be given visa if you have hepatitis B? So if you have hepatitis B, when you go for your medicals, it has to be like in a controlled situation. Like the CEO will determine whether maybe are you on treatment, because sometimes you having some type of virus or bacterial infection doesn't preclude you from coming to America. Sometimes it depends on what stage it is at. But if you have it, don't let that deter you from going to your interview. Go to your interview, and when you go, they will determine. So Rose, if you have been married customarily, make sure you go and get it registered. Go and get it registered, because they are following your country's laws. When it comes to marriage, they are following your country's marriage laws. And how do you prove? And you need that document too, because when you come to America, how would you prove to somebody that you are married? How? They will not just take your word. We know that. So, guys, let's get in the habit that yes, your children does not prove that you are married. Okay, children does not prove, like, it doesn't prove that you're married. Somebody can have children with somebody and they live together, um, and they never got married. So yeah, is the green card interview hard or soft? Kweku Anan, that it depends on you. It depends on you. You, the person, will be the one to determine whether it is hard or it's easy. And I'm saying this because it depends on your preparation. Some people don't prepare at all and they show up there and then you go there and they ask you, so this job that you said you do, how do you do this? Because you didn't prepare, now they ask you like, hey, I didn't think that they were going to ask me this question. Yeah, if you were prepared. So it's almost like you're taking an exams, okay? Somebody will go and write an exam and they're like, oh, this exam was easier and oh, I should have slept last night. Why was I mining all the night? Like thinking that it was going to be difficult. You are only able to say this when you were prepared or over prepared. It is better to be over prepared than to be under prepared. So guys, your interview will be easy based on how well you were prepared for. If you are not prepared, even if your questions were 3 questions, it will be difficult for you. Okay? So that's why you need to watch videos. Watch as many videos as you can so that you'll be comfortable. You'll be comfortable in how to answer your questions. There are some people who are married that when they went for the interview, they let the husband sit down and they called the wife. They asked the wife, so how did you and your husband meet? And she's like, oh, we were in the same church and one sister introduced him to me. They let the lady go sit down. They call the husband. So how did you and your wife meet? Because she said that you met in university, and I wanted to know, in the university that you met, how was that? And then the guy, instead of correcting the CEO, he kept on with the story. Oh yes, we met in the university. See, they've used a trick to get you. So you have to, and the thing is that maybe the guy got confused. But if you were prepared and you and your wife talked about it, like, so how did we meet? Your wife said, we met at this conference. Like, hey, maybe you've forgotten. That is not where we met. We met at. So that you two will have the same story. Don't go there and tell conflicting stories, okay? Do you need consent from another parent if not around on the interview? If they are not around, are they not around because they don't want, they are not part of they are not, so let me, I think, so there are 2 parts of this. The other parent, is it that you have a child and the other parent is not in the picture and you're asking, do you need consent? You might need consent depending on what you go and say. If you go and say that, hey, I have a child with this man, but he's not coming with me, and then they're asking like, but is he aware that you're taking the child away? Those kind of things. So it depends on what you say. And if, let's say, you two are together, but then for some reason, maybe because of work or something, your husband may not be able to attend the interview. No. Then they will have to reschedule the interview because they need to ask the other person questions. They cannot give you visa and give him visa if he's not going to be there. They need to talk to the other person. So you alone cannot do the interview and get the visa and for him to get his. He must also be there to do the interview so he can also get his. But if he's not coming with you, if it's just you on the DS360 application, then he doesn't have to be there, okay? Do you need, I'm reading stuff, okay. You need consent from, okay, I've done that. Can you be refused because of your photo after winning? Yes, you can. Your photo must meet the requirement. They set requirement. If your photo did not meet the requirement, that means that you did not follow the rules. That's why they select over 100,000 people. They have visas for 55,000, but they select over 100,000 because they know some people didn't follow the rules. That's why when I started making my videos, which I started last year, I was so much focused on, like, guys, follow the rules. Take your picture like this. Make sure you go to a photo studio. If you're doing it yourself, make sure you're doing it the correct way. But some people, they find ways to do things, and the system, you try to fool the system for the system to accept it. Now you go for the interview and then they will look at it. All right. So that's why you must follow the rules. Talking of my, would they request for pictures? So they are not the ones who are going to request for the pictures, but you are the one who is supposed to bring pictures. Okay? You are the one you are the one going to convince them that your marriage is real. It's not fake. So it's up to you whether you will go there without anything, with just your marriage certificate. And know that if you are an African, your marriage certificate, sorry to say, your marriage certificate is not as powerful as you think it is when you go to the US embassy, because they know that forgery here in America. I don't remember the last time I've heard of somebody getting a fake marriage certificate. Here is, you cannot do that. But in our countries in Africa, people are able to do that and get away with it. So our documents, some of our government documents, are not as trusted as we think they are. Even if yours is genuine, because of what others have done, ours are not as trusted as it is, or as we want them to be. So that's why you yourself need to bring evidence to prove your case. So it's not they that have to ask you to bring them. You will have to bring them. So I've made videos, several videos talked about, family visas, how to petition for your husband, and I talk about some of the evidence that you need. I'll make more videos in the next coming few days, since people are already attending their interviews, and talk about the things that, if you're a married couple, things that you can take to their interview that can help your case. Okay? But guys, don't take this thing like lying down. Okay? Don't take this thing like, don't play with it. Don't play games with your own destiny. It is your own opportunity to impress them, to convince them, so that they can give you the visa. So don't come with your game face on. Okay? Any more questions? So you bring pictures, you bring any stuff that will convince them. Like I said, I will be sharing a video soon, probably from any moment from today through next week. I'll share a video and talk about the things that married people can take to the interview to help their case. Okay, so if you haven't done that enough, then if you haven't, some of the stuff that I'll talk about, those are things that you can do to help your case, because you will definitely bring your marriage certificate, but like I said, it is not a powerful evidence. So you need to bring other things that will help your case, that will convince somebody that, yes, these people are truly married. Okay? You have one chance, one shot. When you go for the interview, you have one opportunity to convince them to get your visa. Don't go and play games with it. Okay? So guys, let me know. I think 20 will be, yes. 2022 is already a good year. As you can see, if somebody has gone for an interview today, and we're in 2021, remember, for the DV 2021, those people didn't get interview until the year that their process is ending. That was when those DV 2021, they started getting interview in this year, like in February, or from February this year was when they started. Meanwhile, DV 2022, you people are getting interview even before 2022. So that's a good thing. That's a good sign. And the fact that they've taken away the supporting document, because some people would stress about that part, and that part was the delaying part. A lot of the DV 2021 people were waiting for KCC to request for documents, and that was what made things worse for them. They were waiting, and some people waited till even June before, like, we started telling them, guys, don't wait anymore, send your documents. But that time was way too late. All right? So now that they've taken that thing from there, you don't even need to send your document. You don't need to worry about that. So, guys, if you haven't seen my video about the new changes about supporting document, please watch that. I dropped that a few days ago, it's less than a week old. So you can see that I did that in Chi. So for my Ghanaians who speak Chi, and I did that in English. So guys, if you haven't seen that, you can watch that. But please update yourself. Okay, update yourself, because this process, you cannot just hear one thing and that is it. You have to keep, like, constantly stay updated, so that you are not the only one who thought that you are still supposed to send your documents. Somebody messaged me and said, oh, can I still send my documents? Like, haven't you forgotten, haven't you heard that they've made changes? Like, I didn't know. I was like, yeah, because you haven't subscribed to any video, that's why. All right, please don't forget to do about family interview and what to expect. Yes, June, I will do that. I'm working on those, all of those, and within the next few days, I'll be sharing more videos since I'm back from Ghana. But guys, one more thing that I need to tell you guys, I wanted to hit 5K. I know it's too ambitious, okay? It's too ambitious, but guys, it is really beyond my wildest imagination that I would even get to 4,000 in a year. Like a whole cycle, like a whole year for me to get, because some people, it takes them 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. So guys, I really appreciate how far I've come, but I know we can push it. We can get close to the 5,000, if not 5,000. We can get close. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, okay? They will not take money from you. They will not, it doesn't diminish you, all right? Please, is the DSU your present and previous work? Do you need to send some documents to show that you are working if you still use your high school? So you don't have to send documents to KCC, okay? That is what I just talked about. You don't have to send any documents to KCC. On the DS3C application, sick lion, I'll respond to that. On the DS3C application, they ask for your present and previous work experience, because remember, you are not the only person who is filling this form. There are people who didn't go, who don't have the education, but they are using occupation. All right. So guys, when you're filling the DS260, know that they are not. It is not customized for you. It is done for everybody. People who have high school education, people who have formal education, and people who have just work experience, and people who have both. So that's why the DS260, they say if you are employed, there are certain part that they ask you if you are unemployed, you can check there. So, but if you are employed and you put that thing there, then when you go for interview and they ask you, you should be able to show that you are employed. Okay? Know that in this immigration visa process, your word is not good enough. Okay? Your word that, hey, my name is Akiefa. The embassy, they are trained to not just believe you that you said you are Akiefa. What if I said I'm Akiefa and somebody calls them on the phone and says I'm Akiefa? Who are they supposed to believe? That's why they ask for birth certificate. You said you are Akiefa, but on your birth certificate, does it say that it is you? In your passport, does it say it is you? So please, let's instill this in us, that when you're dealing with immigration, it is not your word. It is whatever you say, whatever you type on the DS2C application, you must have paper. You must have paper to prove, official paper to prove that the thing that you typed there, the thing that you stated there, this is my documents to prove that I have that thing. Okay? You said you did computer science in university. Okay. When you go for the interview, you should bring your diploma that says that you did computer science. That is all. So everything that you say, you must prove it. I think I said, why didn't you spend Christmas in Ghana? Then, well, I didn't plan on spending Christmas in Ghana. I didn't want to spend. I wanted to just spend Christmas here. But I spent many Christmas. Trust me, when I came to America, I was already I was already in my 20s, okay? Like early 20s when I came to America. I was like 20-year old. Okay, now let me put that. I was just 20 years. So I've had 20 Christmases in Ghana, okay? My brother. I have had 20 Christmases in Ghana. So yeah. So yeah, Joseph is saying that if it was you, you spend Christmas in Ghana or in America. See, Christmas in Ghana is fun. It's fun because you get to do so many things. Here, Christmas in America sometimes is boring, okay? But for this year, I didn't plan on spending my Christmas in Ghana. Hi, Pearl. Ghana has had its DV interview today and it was successful. I'm only here to gossip and tell you we miss you. Hi, Pearl. I will be back in the group today. I'll be getting my new phone so that I can reinstate my other number so that I can be on there because now I'm still using a Ghana number on WhatsApp. So I'll be back in the Telegram group as soon as I get my phone today. All right. But I miss you guys too. I miss you guys. If you haven't heard, my phone was stolen in Ghana, y'all. My phone was stolen in Ghana, and it's like your whole life, you know. At first, I remember when somebody told me that, oh, your phone, like when your phone is missing or when your phone gets lost, you feel like your world is over. I'm like, it's just a phone. Until it happened to me. Oh my God, it was like the end of the world for me. But I'm glad I'm back. I got a replacement. All right. I hear, Pearl. But I'll be back in the group soon. But yeah, I'm so happy and excited for that person who got approved today. See, when you follow the rules, guys, there are several interviews coming up for Accra, Ghana, in January. So, guys, somebody with case 10,000 range has an interview. So, don't wait. Like, get your stuff, get ready, okay? And prepare. Don't go and be there. They ask you like, hey, why do you have this name but a different name? And then you're like, pardon, excuse me. No, you should have an answer. You know, have an answer. Oh yeah, because I changed my name. This is the reason why. This is the document to show that I changed my name legally on all documents. Oh, I changed my name because I got married and picked my husband's name. This is actually the change of name that I have. You know, like be prepared. Everything that you say, show your receipts. Okay. Now that's the social media term. Have receipts. Okay. Have receipts. Everything that you say, you need to be able to back it up. Back up anything that you say. Right. Well, it's for those who are unemployed. No, there is. There is. They ask you your previous, whether you are employed or not. There is a space for it. If you didn't see it, then you didn't look. There is a place for it. Not everybody is employed. Because I've actually worked on somebody from Afghanistan. I was going through his DS260 application for him. And the guy is not employed because he's 19 years. And it allows, he's unemployed. There's a place for it. If you didn't see it, then you didn't look. Show your receipt with your foot. Yes, show your receipt when they tell you that because, and guys, it's a good thing. We should be happy that they are receipt. Could you imagine that if somebody could take somebody's child and go to interview and just get a visa and America will not say anything and let the person come to America? Could you imagine how dangerous that could be? That let's say your ex-husband or your ex-wife can steal your child and go. Okay? And I know some people will say that, hey, you are lucky your child is coming to America. But trust me, not everybody will be happy for their child to leave their presence. Okay? So sometimes we should really embrace that when you go for the interview, they ask people for documents. Because if they didn't ask for documents, somebody can go there and use your name. And then you go there and they say like, hey, you've come here and we've given you a visa. Like, me, I've never come here. They're like, yeah, you've come here. But because they ask for evidence, documents, nobody can go there and claim to be you. Because the person has a picture and their name there. So, guys, we should really be happy that there is a way for that they've created this system that asks for documents, proof, so that nobody can go there and misrepresent themselves or go there and claim to be something that they are not. Okay, can you give us someone who can help us fill the DS 260 application correctly? Kweku, what the assembly back? Okay, so on my website, sorry, on my website, wofoitv.com, so I provide that service, okay? I provide that service. I don't know somebody that I can say that use that person, because if I'm going to recommend you to somebody, then I need to be able to stand behind the person's work. But I don't have anybody like that I can say I stand behind this person and say, because if they don't do the right thing, you would say that it was a KFA who told me to go to this person. But I do that, I perform that service myself. I can fill out your DS260 application for you, and I can review it for you too. But those are things that I charge fees for. I remember somebody asked me, like, can you review my stuff? And then I told them, like, hey, I charge this much for it. And the person was like, hey. I didn't hear back from them again. But I know there are people who are paying $7,000. I don't charge thousands of dollars, okay? Let me put that there. I don't charge thousands of dollars for anything. I haven't even charged anybody $1,000 for anything, all right? But I know sometimes, like, people who are comfortable paying agents than, like, people like me, somebody who will tell you upfront that this is how much I will charge you. But yeah, if you want me to fill out your DS360 application, you know how long it took for you when you were filling yours. So I charge a fee for that, but you can message me, email me, and then we can talk about it. Let me know your budget and see, I can give you the fees, but you let me know if it is something that you can work with. If it's more than what you can afford, I can work with you on your budget. But that is something that I don't do for free. Filling your DS360 application and reviewing it. So when I say review, it's like I'm going through it to read everything, to make sure that everything that you have put there, it is consistent with what you wanted to put there. Like, some people will misspell their names. Some people will put some information that does not correspond to anything on their passport. And then later now you have to unlock. Now that they've removed submitting supporting documents, now you may not have that opportunity to unlock anything. No, you will go to the embassy, and then by the time you get there, sometimes you may be too nervous to even remember that you have misspelled something and you wanted to correct it. By the time you realize the damage is already been done. All right. I said, is it compulsory that you should get C6 in all your core subjects when you attend an interview, or better, if you better you still pass your core subjects necessary to come from Ghana? Yes, if you're going to Harina, if you're going to Ghana, if you're going to interview in Accra, okay? If you're going to interview in Dubai, you don't have to worry about your grade. If you're going to interview in Kenya, you don't have to worry about your grade. But if you're going to Accra, Kwame Nkrumah's Accra, Ghana, please, then you must get C6 or better on your core subjects, especially core math and English. That is it. If it's worse than that, then you should look at your occupation as the qualification point. If not, if you don't qualify, then please don't waste the opportunity. Let somebody apply for your wife if you don't qualify. Okay? If you're a woman and you don't qualify, apply for your husband. Maybe your husband can win. If your husband wins and he qualifies, he goes for the interview and gets the visa, you get your visa. Okay? Sometimes I don't understand when people will be the only one applying. Meanwhile, you have a wife, you have a husband who also qualifies. Sometimes your wife even qualifies more than you. Sometimes your husband even qualifies more than you. But you are hiding the thing. And I will go and leave this man here. I will go and leave this woman here. Maybe that is the person who qualifies, who could have, passed the interview based on their education or their occupation, and for you to also come here. Sometimes for you to be able to cross the river, you have to sit on the back of maybe another animal to get to the other side. I was watching this video, and this animal was trying to cross the river and was sitting on the back of another animal, like a big, was it an elephant or a dolphin? So the animal was sitting on the back so that the animal will use it to cross the river. It's like for us, both of us, to get to the end, we have to help each other. And so sometimes that is what you have to do. If you don't qualify and your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend qualifies and you have future plans, then maybe let that person apply for that person. Don't be selfish, okay? See me, I'm doing this, I'm not being selfish. So sometimes you have to also put your like, oh, I want to do it by myself, or I don't want somebody to know. You have to put that aside so that you too can, sometimes you have to help somebody so that you can help yourself, right? If you are previously employed and you are now in school and can be given the visa, and now you are in school, can you be given the visa if you want it? Yes, you will. Yes, remember, they are using, guys, at the end of the day, you have to go back to the rules. So, all right? So, Kweku, let's say in your scenario, you were previously employed, but now you are a student, right? Okay? So, let's say that you are in university. Let's say you are not qualifying with, you are trying to qualify with your occupation, right? But now you are a university student. We are not using your university degree to get you the visa. We are using your SHS, all right? And let's say the SHS wasn't good, but you were able to go to university. You worked a little bit. You work, and now you are a student. You worked for 2 years, and it's been within the past 5 years. Then they will use your occupation, right? But just make sure that whatever you're doing, if you're using your occupation, is it a qualified occupation? Your first question, that you must answer that one. The second part is that, have I had 2 years of working experience in the past 5 years? They say at least 2 years within the past 5 years. So let's say you were previously employed, but that was 6 years ago. And now you're a student. You are not going to use your occupation. They will use your SHS. So guys, that is how you have to think about it. If you were previously employed 10 years ago, you had a job that was SVP of 7 or higher. Let's say you were a registered nurse 7 years ago, but you didn't pass your English, you didn't pass your commerce, but somehow you were able to go to nursing training and you became a nurse, but you've only worked in the last 10 years. You haven't worked like the past 10 years. Now you do makeup. You will not qualify. Even though, because the past 10 years, it is past that 5-year window. The 5-year window that they say you should have worked at least 2 of the past 5 years. National service work experience does not qualify. All right? So, okay, hold on. So national service work experience, if it's paid, then you have to put it under that. Then it's qualified. If it's paid, sorry, I misspoke on that one. If it's paid, internship, any job that was no paid, volunteer and those things, yeah, those they don't count. But if it's paid, so if it's your national service, but you were paid to do that job, then it will count. But make sure that it is 2 years work experience, okay? So Haruna said, if I have English C6, core math and science E8, will I still have better Would I still have to better them before then? So it's English and math. Are they both C6? Because you said math is English is C6, and math and science is E8. So what is the grade for math? Is the math C6 or is the math E8? In Ghana, they focus on math. Core math. Core math. Let me mention it the way we call it in Ghana. Core math. So your core math should be C6 or better. Your English should be C6 or better if you're going to Ghana, okay? So what if it's not 2 years of work experience? Then you're going to use your high school certificate. If it's not 2 years, they are going to use a high school certificate. You're going to use your grades, your high school certificate. And if it's in Ghana, they're going to focus on your grades. Yeah. But they will ask you questions about your job, though. They will ask you questions about your job. But remember, the questions that they ask you at the interview, it is all part. Okay? In Twi, we will say Sabwa. It is just Sabwa. It is not the main thing. So, if you don't qualify based on your grades or based on the job you do, that is the end of discussion. There is no, we will see if we can use anything to help you. No. There is no. You see, so when you go, you must meet the minimum requirement. That it is non-negotiable. You don't. There's no begging. There is no pleading. There's no negotiation. You must meet the minimum requirement. Period. But let's say you meet the minimum requirement. Your high school certificate. You got the grades, and it's okay. They can still ask you questions about your job. But that is Sabwa, if you understand Twi. And Sabwa, like when they're doing those harvests, right? When they do like the harvest, that they sell things there, and then people will come and put like money in there, like, but that is not the actual price of the thing that they are selling. Like church auction. I'm sure you understand if you live in the village. Me, I live in the village, so I understand this thing, right? Like, let me say this in Twi. When say a crassy or moya for ya, or more the name of Besua no more yeah, they were say friend Sabwa. Or more discover to be good here, just to like hype it up, right? But that is not the actual price of the thing that they are selling. So I'm trying to explain this part. Like I'm trying to transfer this explanation to the interview. So when you go for an interview and they ask you your job and stuff, saying that is extra information that they are asking for. But you must meet the main eligibility requirement. If you don't meet it, these questions they will not save you. All right? If they feel that you are not eligible, nothing that you can say, nothing else about your job, nothing else about you can save you if it is not meeting the minimum requirement. Somebody has gone there and done the interview, his job didn't qualify, his grades, he had D7, and there was nothing else the person could say. That's it. Whether you are a gentleman, you are respectful, you are humble, they don't care. So make sure the minimum requirement, you are meeting that part. And then the other questions, don't fool with them. Just answer them. All right? If you're unemployed, they don't care. Just make sure you meet the minimum requirement. All right? So, and what I said, I think he says for core maths and English, and E8 for science. Oh, okay. If that's what he meant, they don't care about the science thing because here nobody cares about your science, right? I did science in Ghana, and now my job, there's nothing, I do nothing about chemistry, nothing about biology, nothing about physics, right? So Fatima says, is the interview about working experience or of what you score in high school or college? So the interview, based on two things, the minimum qualifications, based on two things. Your grades, if you're going to Ghana, all right? So let me make that distinction. If you're going to Ghana, your high school education or your work experience, all right? If it's your high school education, then they are going to look at your grades if you're going to Ghana, not your university grades. But if you're using your work experience as to meet the requirement, then they will look at it to see that does your job have a rating of 7 or higher, based on going to 1tonline.org. That website, you have to go and check your occupation and see, is it SVP of 7 or higher? If it's that, then now, if you're going to use your job, then they will focus more on your job. All right? When you go for the interview, the CEO will decide which one will be better for you. Okay? When you go, you are not the one who will say that, hey, me, I want to use my occupation. Me, I want to use my grades. No. When you go, if you are somebody who went to secondary school, you have to bring your certificate whether you are using your occupation or not. You must bring it. And you must have stated it on your DS260 application. You don't go and lie there. You don't go and hide anything there. Imagine you are at a confession box. That is not where you hide some of your stuff. You have to pour out everything. So when you go for an interview, you bring your high school certificate, and then you bring information about your job if you are employed. So when you come, they ask you, because they will have looked through your DS360 application already before they even ask you any question. And then now they ask for your high school certificate. If you're somebody who didn't finish high school, but you have the job that qualifies, then now they are going to focus more on your job. So the CEO is not a bad person. No. They will see which one is better for you. So you bring both of the things. Sick Lion said, can you be refused a visa because of small mistake? Hey, what is small mistake? The thing that you call small may not be small. If it depends on what you call small. Some small mistakes are not small, my brother. Or my sister, I don't know your gender. If they ask you, have you been refused US visa before, and you go and say no, meanwhile you know you've been refused before, that is not a small mistake. So it depends on what that mistake is. So if you know there's a mistake already, fix it before it's there. So you have, you said, I don't have any document to show that I'm working. All right, then, so if you meet the minimum requirement, you say you meet the minimum requirement. So Kweku, are you talking about your education? Because if you're using your job, then you should have a document. That is the thing that I've been saying this time, all this while. You say you meet the minimum requirement with what? Is it with education or with occupation? How do you go to university when your grades are not good? Please, are you not from Ghana? Are you not from Ghana? People have their ways. People have their ways, okay? I remember, people cry at the embassy, people plead with them, but Master, that is not going to change anything. Even with me, if I say no to you, pleading and crying will not change anything. That's how it is. You know, the person is going by, their procedures. They are not going to get fired because of you. Yeah, people cry, people, I beg you in the name of God. No, that is not going to change anything, all right? But how do you go to university when your grades are not good? Yeah, there are people who get fake certificates and go to universities, okay? There are people who get fake certificates. I remember some years ago, it was even published in the Daily Graphic in Ghana. There was someone, There are several people who were able to go to nursing training college with fake certificates, and they were able to be there for 1 year, and later they were all sacked from the school. Ha, this is common thing now. The embassy knows that. The embassy knows that. Most Ghanaians know that. Most Africans know that. They know their system. Oh, please, they are not strangers to our system. There are people. There are people you know who didn't do well, but somehow they are doctors right now, and you wonder how. There are some people you know they fail. They fail. You know they fail with you. Like you went to school with them and you saw that they failed, but somehow they managed to get into top schools. They failed, and someone managed to get into university, and they're doing programs, and you are like, huh? How did you get here? We know the protocols that people use in many of the African countries to get admissions to universities. There are people who are deserving, and they get why they concentrate on that. That is the minimum requirement. That is the minimum requirement. That is the minimum requirement. All right. In America, you need high school. There are many of the jobs. Many of the jobs in the U.S. You just need high school diploma. You need high school diploma to be able to get many jobs. To even join the military, they ask some military jobs. You need high school diploma, GED, to get in here. So if you don't have that minimum requirement for people with, like, especially formal education, that is the minimum. Most jobs here. So that's why if you don't have it, they want you to have a job that is a little bit higher, so that you'll be able to function here in America. Guys, when they do this, don't think that they are trying to harm you. They are trying to, because some people think that, oh, when I come, I will do just cleaning job. Ha! You will do cleaning job, but when you come and you do the cleaning job, my sister, my brother, can you do cleaning job for 30 years? You cannot retire on that too. So sometimes they do these things so that when you come here, you will not suffer. That is how they do their things. They want to make sure that the people that they are allowing to come here, when you come, you will not become a burden on them. So that you come, you're like, hey, I can't get any job because I don't have high school education. And you don't have the other job skills. Then now you are on government assistance. No, they are not trying to bring people here so that they will feed you. They want you to be here so that you can also help their country. You come here, you work, you make money, but you also pay taxes so that you are helping their country and you're helping yourself. That's why they set these rules. And then it says, Helena, so if you are not able to get seats in all your core subjects, but you're able to go to training college, you have diploma, and as a teacher, can that... No. So Helena, just a moment, let me drink a little bit. You'll be fine because you're a teacher. Okay? Quinnes, so also several other courses do qualify them to it's not always fake. Quinnes, I'm not saying that it's always fake. That is not, I don't want people to misquote me. I said that in a lot of the university, it's Ghana Education Service that has set the standard though. Now they said your grade should be C6 or better to get into universities in Ghana. You cannot get to Legon with any grade worse than C6. You cannot even get into, even now, the teacher training college, you cannot get in there if you have worse than C6. Please. It is Ghana sets the standard. If Ghana says this is the pass, then the embassy also goes with the pass. So sometimes when you want to argue, you have to look at what your government has set the standard to be. It's not that they've lowered the bar, and at the end of the day, immigration is a privilege. Okay, it's a privilege. They have set the requirements. Either you meet it or you don't. All right. Okay, so pass all my papers with a section of maths. The successfully completed university training, and I work as a bank office as assistant to ND. Am I okay to apply? So Philip, you have to look at your job title. Go to 1tonline.org. I've made a video on my channel here. Look for it. How to use your occupation to qualify. Go through the video, watch the video. It will show you the steps on how to look up your job to see if your job qualifies. Being an assistant alone is not enough. You have to go and check to see if your job title qualifies before you do it, okay? Or just do the NOVDEC, sit for the NOVDEC. So you can apply for the Lotto, but sit for the NOVDEC and NOVDEC, what I want to say NOVDEC, the November, December exams, sit for it and better the math. Guys, we should be happy that the embassy is even willing to take this, willing to take NOVDEC like correction, okay? Like, there are people who went there and they gave the NOVDEC and they took it. Some embassies would not have taken it at all. So, guys, we should see it as like it's a good thing. They've given you opportunities to, yes. Thank you. Hi, Maneshwa. I hope that's Maheshwa. Is that how to pronounce your name? I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it well. Thanks for joining in, guys. They don't accept. No. Somebody went and they accepted it. Who told you that they didn't accept? Let the person confirm for themselves, telling you that me. If the person can say that me, I went and they didn't accept it. But yeah, somebody. I've actually listened to the person's interview. I've listened to it myself with my own ears. The person went, had the NOVDEC results. The person who takes the documents before, that person didn't take it. But then the CEO who does the interview said that you don't qualify because of your math grade. And then the guy was like, but I did it on the NOVDEC. And then the CEO took it. What about skirt and blouse? What do you mean about skirt and blouse? I don't understand. I heard that they don't accept NOVDEC. Yeah. No, they accept. They accept. You can do, so if your call math is not good, you do NOVDEC. When you go, the person who processes your documents, that person will not take it. Okay? But the CEO, the person who processes the staff, those are local staff, right? They are local staff. If you go to Ghana Embassy, they are Ghanaians. Those people, they will not take your NOVDEC. But don't worry, keep it with you. The CEO who is going to ask you the question, that is the person you need to give that info to. So when the CEO says, oh, I'm sorry, your grades, it's not, you're like, hey, I have my NOVDEC thing here. You give to the CEO will take it. So this guy who I listened to his interview for DV 2021, the person who was at the beginning, who was processing the documents, the person didn't take it. But then the CEO, when the CEO says, oh, your commerce grade is not good, the guy was like, oh, but I have my NOVDEC. The CEO was like, but then why didn't you give it to me earlier? And that was how the guy got his visa. And with DV 2021, I heard it with my own ears. The guy's interview feedback. He was sharing his story, his own recording that I heard for myself. He gave his NOVDEC slip to the CEO. The person who will process your documents, that person will not take it. But don't worry, the CEO will take it, okay? So if that person doesn't take anything, yeah, don't worry. It's the CEO that you should be more concerned about. That is the person you need to make sure you give anything that is, that will help your case. That's the person that you should give, okay? So it means anyone are rather refusing. Well, they are not the ones that are refusing. They don't issue visa. They are the ones that, because for them, they've given them a checklist of things to collect. So that's why when they see something that is not on the list, they will not take it. So the people, the Ghanaians that are working there, they have a checklist that, the person's WAEC certificate. and then the person this employment appointment letter, that. So they've given them a checklist. So they are doing what they've been told, the checklist that they are following. But the CEO make the exception to collect that. All right. All right. So please, my company is closed because there's a warrant. So what should I do? My case number is 22,000. So, Ruth, it's unfortunate for what is going on in Ethiopia at the moment. What I would say for you to do at the moment is that, please, if you're not following the U.S. Embassy in Ethiopia, follow them on all social media platforms. Follow them on Twitter, follow them on Facebook, and please turn the notification on so that whenever they post anything, you will know. Okay, so the U.S. Embassy there will make the arrangement, will decide what they will do. But my recommendation is that you need to stay up to date to know what they are doing there, what they are doing about the situation. And the other option too will be for you to transfer your case to a neighboring country. So any of the countries that you think you can travel to, if you can travel to Morocco, then you have to email the U.S. Embassy in Casablanca. Email them and ask them, please, my embassy has closed and I wanted to know if I can transfer my case to be interviewed here. And if they say yes, then you email KCC with this proof that, hey, the U.S. Embassy in Casablanca says I can bring my case. So then you send that proof to KCC and KCC will assign you there so that you can go to Morocco for your interview. So those are your two options. I remember earlier this year when Afghanistan, before U.S. closed it, there are people who were waiting and embassy did nothing, didn't transfer their cases, and that was the end for those people. So you don't want that to happen to you. So that's why I said follow them on social media platform. So if there's anything happening in your country that has caused the U.S. Embassy there to be closed at the moment, follow them, follow the embassy on Twitter and Facebook. Those two places are very important so that you will know what is going on, what they are doing. Are they going to continue visa processing? And then the other option is for you to start looking at the embassies around, nearby, places that you can go, okay? So if you are in Ethiopia, if you can go to Sudan, if you can go to Djibouti for your interview, you have to start emailing those embassies that, this is going on in my country, the embassy has closed down, and I wanted to be able to do my interview. Is it okay for me to transfer my case here? I'll be able to travel there within the next, like that. The embassy will give you a response whether they can do that or not. If they can't, don't worry. Try another embassy. Okay? Do that. Don't wait, because the people in Afghanistan, that is what many of them did for, and then they didn't get interviewed. When the U.S. Embassy left and closed everything, that was it. They didn't have any option. Okay? So do that. Don't wait for this opportunity to slip you. Okay? And like I said, find embassies that you can go to. So if you're going to email the U.S. Embassy in Morocco, find out if people from Ethiopia, when you're going to Morocco, do you need visa? Okay? You need to make sure you are finding the places that is easy. When I say easy, it is easy to get visa, or maybe you don't even need a visa to go there. You have to think about those things. So when you go and pick I want to email the U.S. Embassy in Germany, and you know that it's not easy for you to get a visa to go to Germany, then you will miss your appointment. If you miss your appointment, that will be the end of it. So when you're picking an embassy to interview there, pick a place where you think you can go. It's easy for you to get visa, or you don't need visa, or you can afford the plane ticket to go there. It's easier. That's why I said pick a neighboring country. Okay? Or maybe you may have a sister who lives in Morocco. You may have a sister who lives in Algeria. You're like, hey, yeah, I can even go and visit my sister in Algeria. I can go to Algeria because my sister is there. Then email the embassy and ask them, hey, my embassy has closed, but I'll be coming to visit my sister in Nigeria, and I wanted to know if I can do my interview there. Can you guys schedule me? If they say yes, let KCC know, and they will schedule you. Okay? So I'm sorry for what is going on in Ethiopia right now, but that is the advice that I can give you. That is what I would do if I were in your situation. Okay, so when I'm advising you guys, just know that it's not something that I'm saying because I'm not in the situation. I'm telling you as in a way that if I were in your shoes, that is exactly what I would do. Okay. Um, Yeah, so Harina, so if you have completed teacher training and you're a teacher, you'll be fine, okay? Most teachers qualify. So you use your occupation in this situation. So you use your teaching job. Just make sure that you have at least 2 years, 2 years of working experience as a teacher. What about if my junior high school certificate date of birth? Why would you even bring your junior high school certificate? Why would you bring your junior high school certificate to the interview? You see, don't bring trouble for yourself. Oh. The thing is about secondary school. They are looking for your history from your secondary school up. So why would you bring your junior high certificate to the interview for? Eh, guys, don't create problem for yourself. Oh. Don't create problem for yourself. They are not asking for your junior high certificate. So if there's any mistake on there, why would you even bring it there to cause your own trouble? Eh? Okay. Thoughts. You said you finished high school. Okay. How do we need to bring affidavit of support? Transparent Canada. Where are you interviewing at? What country? If you're going to Kenya, you need to bring affidavit of support. If you're from Uganda, you need affidavit of support. Maheshwa, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. From Nepal, my son is 21 years. This year, when I fill up the DV lottery, I've mentioned number of children as no. Is it correct? Thank you. Yes, you did the right thing. Your son is 21 and it's okay. It's okay to say no if your son is 21. All right? Yeah. It's okay to say no. But I hope if your son also meets the minimum requirement, I hope that you apply for him too. Okay? Yeah, because remember, if your son also come to America, he can also bring his dad, his mom. You see, that is how they hold this immigration thing. That is how it is, you know. So when you apply and you have adult children, and they also qualify, apply for them too, because when they all come, they can also apply for their parents. They can also apply for their parents. So guys, do that. Transparent Canada, you say in Ghana, let's say in Ghana you don't have to take affidavit of support. If you're doing the Greek Lotto, DV Lotto, you don't need affidavit of support if you're interviewing in Accra, Ghana. Okay, you don't need that. Years ago you used to. Thank God they don't need that for that. They requested for my friend's JHS certificate. And what was the reason? Did your friend tell you the details of why that was requested? It is not normal. It's not common for them to ask for that. Okay. Amazing shorts. What was your question? I thought I did. Please, which city advise immigrants to move to? Because I know I'll be winning this year. Oh, America is a big place. So you can stay in whichever city that is best for you. But as somebody in Texas, like I said, it depends on your family needs. If you're somebody who is young, you have a banking background, and you want to do well, you can come to Dallas, Texas. If you are in the healthcare field, you are a medical doctor, you are a nurse. Nurses, you can live anywhere. If you're a medical doctor, you are in the health professional, you want to work in big hospitals, you can look somewhere in Northeast. But if you come to Texas, then Houston will be a good place for you. If you're an engineer, Houston, Texas, depending on the type of engineering, like is it petroleum engineering? Petroleum engineering, you should be in Texas, okay? Texas, we are big on energy. But you can also go to South Dakota because, they have a huge mining, drilling field there, like oil production there. Let me see. Um, I'm trying to see your question. Amazing tales. What if I have the birth certificate? The date of birth is wrong. So if your date of birth is wrong, don't worry about it. See, this is the thing. When you go for an interview, I think because she had yes. So you see, it is not normal. So Sikla, see, it is not normal for them to ask for people's junior high school certificate. You see, somebody has three. So that is it is a rare occasion. So it's not all the time that they will ask for your high school. So it's possible the person put a different one on their DV letter application. They have different one on their birth certificate, and then they have a different one on their maybe in their passport and all that. So it's the person. So sometimes things are circumstantial. It depends on the situation that a person in. That's why those things were asking. That's why those things were asked. So it's not common for them to ask for everybody's. Is it so? The thought said, "Is it okay to only have high school certificate because I have?" Yes, yes, it's okay to have. Yes, yeah, your high school certificate is what was. Yeah, sometimes it's based on, like I said, it's based on how you answer your questions, okay? They need to know that you are being honest. Sometimes, and guys, as someone who just came from Ghana, and sometimes I understand you guys, okay? But for somebody, for an American, they feel that if some things are not consistent, it means that you're hiding or you're lying. And as somebody who just came from Ghana, trust me, I was doing some stuff, like I was filling some documents, and I put the information, and then the person typed, like, messed up the information. I was like, wait. That is not what I put there. Why did you change it? So I know that for some people, your date of birth, it wasn't you who made the mistake. Oh. The place that you took your documents to, whether it was when you were doing a police certificate, whether it was your school certificate, whether it was your passport, however, somebody there at the office was not paying attention, then they type your number, your date of birth anyhow. So some of you, I know that you are in, some of you, I know you are in this situation not because of your own doing. It's somebody who made that mistake on you. So sometimes it's the way you explain yourself that is what allows them to think that, I think I believe this person or I don't believe this person. It is whether they believe you or they don't believe you. If they believe you, you get your visa. If they don't believe you, you are not going to get your visa. So that's how it is. Okay? Somebody may have somebody may be married, they go and they look at their marriage and they think that is the marriage is fake, and then somebody goes, then they feel that their marriage is real. So it depends on whether this consular officer believes you are believable or not. Right? Albert, what was your question? I think it's gone up. Guys, I'm going to end in a little bit. Doesn't mean if I win the I can't proceed because I failed mathematics. Let me be sure before I apply. If you failed in mathematics, you can still apply, but you either use your occupation to meet the qualification, or you have to do the NOVDEC to better it. Okay? Let me see. It's like I'm going back. I'm trying to see. I feel I've already applied because I didn't know what she did. So Albert, what you should do is that when NOVDEC comes, like somebody has been selected already, and the person is writing NOVDEC, or like register for the just recent NOVDEC exams. So you can be selected and still do the NOVDEC. Just make sure you have your results before your interview. Like by the time you go for interview, you have the slip. Okay. Do they do the selection process on the day results are out, or they do selection before the results are out? I don't understand your question. So there's not much information about that. All they do is that he said, can you host me in the US? I'm not sure if I can do that, but let's see if you need help finding somebody to host you. We can talk and see if I can help you out. So it's because of my school, we wrote our final on I graduated but with that, there's a root 16. So you said you graduated in. It's okay. That's no big deal. No big deal. You can explain it. You can explain it. It's like I wrote my final exam day like this day. So there are certain things that are explainable. Okay. When you go and you feel that this is not consistent, it's like, yes, this was the day I wrote my final paper. Because even me, when you ask me, I don't even remember because one of our paper was cancelled and we have to go back and write. So when you ask me when you finish school, it's like I'm wondering, are you talking about after our paper was cancelled? Would that be the new day? So yeah, so it's understandable. All right. But guys, I think I've stayed here long enough. This is 1 hour, 45 minutes. It's been a long video. But guys, thank you so much for being a part of the Ofoi TV journey, for being part of the family. I'll keep making videos. If you have questions, please, you can email me, wafoitv@gmail.com, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. I have WhatsApp group. If you want to join, if you're a winner, if you have already been selected, you have to email me with proof showing that you have been selected before I can add you to the group. You can join the Facebook groups, Greek Lottery Africa, Greek Lottery Ghana, New in America. If you have your visa, you can join New in America. If you're DV 2022 and you are very sure that things are going to go well, join New in America so that you will learn about, like there's certain things that you come to America, nobody might tell you, okay? So all this education process that you're going through, it will be very helpful when you come to America, because when you come to America, nobody will tell you where to go. A lot of Americans don't even know what. I remember I was in this group on this app, right? And then there's this lady, she's an immigrant, she's not an American citizen, and she went to get her driver's license, right? And they asked her for her, is she a citizen, right? And so all the Americans, they're like, somebody, what would they ask for? All she has to do is send her birth certificate. Like all the Americans were saying that she should send her birth certificate. But when I saw the lady's statement, I realized that no, this lady, she cannot send her birth certificate because she wasn't born in America. But the Americans, they thought that, all you have to do is just send your certificate. They had no idea. I was like, no, do you have a visa? And then the lady was like, she had her green card, but the green card had expired. And I was like, you see, now if your green card had expired, then you need to make sure, get it renewed so that you can go and get your ID card. But the Americans, they didn't know this part because they assumed that the lady is born in America. So they were just telling her answers that was just common to them, as if the person was born here. But like reading what the lady had written, I realized the lady is an immigrant. So she wasn't born here. So her birth certificate, she cannot take a birth certificate, right? All right. So Quiness, I'm going to answer your last question. Bye, Joseph. I'm going to answer the last question. What happens if you mistakenly type the wrong year? Do you have to unlock your DS260 application? You can make that correction at the interview. Just make sure when you go for the interview, you tell them that, hey, please, I realized I made a mistake on my DS260 application about my year of completion. All right. So guys, if I were you, I will print out my your DS3C application, go through and use red mark to go through the things that you feel they are mistakes that you need to correct at the interview. And when you're going for interview, take that with you. And when you go, you mention to CEO that I need to correct this thing. I need to correct this. I need to correct that. All right. Else you will forget. You go there and you are shivering a little bit. You are nervous. You will not even remember that you put the wrong year there. All right. So guys, this is where I'm going to end. Thank you. It's been a fun time hanging out with you. I'm happy to be back in the States. It is cold. But I love you guys. Know that I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. Don't forget about my services that I talked to you about. if you need help filling your DS2 application, if you need me to review it, these are things that I charge fees for. And if you need help buying your plane ticket, let's say you have your money in Ghana cities, okay? And you want to buy your plane ticket. But you know you have to go and buy the dollar, okay? And it is expensive to buy the dollar in Ghana. So if you have your money to buy your plane ticket, but your money is in Ghana cities and you want me to buy them for you, yeah, I can do that. But I'll charge you just a small fee so that I can do that for you. And I'll talk to you through the process, walk you through the process. If you want me to talk to you about the experience on the flight, your connecting flight, make sure that you go to an airport that I have personally gone through so that you can come to America safely, because not all airports are not the same. But guys, this is where I'm going to end. I've talked long enough. I need to get back to today's work. I love you guys. Thank you so much. If you have more questions, bring it to the Facebook groups. I'll be there to answer them as I get time to it. But guys, I love you. Thanks for the support. Thank you for wonderful 4,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 5,000 before the end of the year. That is all I want for Christmas. That is all I want for Christmas. 5,000 subscribers. All right. 5,000 family strong. Okay. So guys, let's get there. Let's get there. Thank you. God bless you, Cornez. God bless everyone. I wish you all success on this journey to America. I hope to meet all of y'all in USA someday. I love you. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see if I can pop in during the weekend. But I love you. God be with you. And y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.